And we will be
Thank you.
for the sovereignty, democracy of the country.
Thank you, Chairperson. Sir, I think it is my fortune that I finally got to address the House with you being in the chair, maybe on the last day of the House being in session. In this House. Sir, parliamentary journey of 75 years is quite a historic occasion for someone like me to have an opportunity to speak. Sir, I regard myself as someone who is relatively inexperienced and young parliamentarian because I have only completed 1 year. Maybe I bring the advantage of fresh eyes to see the ongoings of the parliament, to maybe give some inputs of mine, sir. And sir, but I have been an old student of the Constitution. I was going to actually speak little more about it, sir, until I realized you have much more experience than me about understanding the Constitution. Sir, I think the single biggest achievement of our Constitution has been that it has managed to survive. It has managed to survive, sir, despite some challenges it faced during some emergencies. It has managed to survive despite it being tested during a long coalition period when the country came out democratically rich. Sir, it has continued to serve the country most positively. Sir, while we speak of the new Parliament House and where the functioning may shift, sir, I remind myself that we belong to the Rajya Sabha, which is a continuous house, and we are serving under a constitution which is a continuous document. So both of these are going to be permanent features, sir, that would possibly guide the functioning of our house even in the new parliament. Sir, my passion with this constitution subject started with my reading of the Constituent Assembly debates. Sir. Today's topic is Samvidhan Sabha and the Constitution working for 75 years. Sir, every time I read the Constituent Assembly debates, they are an education in itself because the quality of debates, the kind of divergent views that were expressed in a very productive manner and the symbiotic manner in which the Constitution came to be forged, sir, resulted in the most prolix Constitution and the most living and breathing Constitution, sir. So in my view, when someone says that the Indian Constitution is possibly one of the most amended Constitution with more than 100 amendments, it is a salute to the Constitution that the Constitution permits such changes to be made having regard to the diversity and the advances of the society. Sir, we have remained up to date with our Constitution. It is possibly the most brilliant legal document that the world has seen, sir. Sir, in terms of the learnings and challenges, sir, I think we have completed 72 years of being a republic. We have completed more than 75 years from the time the Constituent Assembly originally sat to prepare the Constitution document. Sir, I think when we now move into the new house with possibly new infrastructure and digital infrastructure, so we may have to be mindful of a few challenges we may have having regard to the learnings of the past. Sir, one of the challenges that I would be looking at, and I'm quite sure, sir, the government would steer us through these challenges, would be the role of states. Sir, I would like to just maybe, sir, my inexperience and my green eyes, it allows me to see something where I find that Rajya Sabha increasingly is becoming like an echo chamber of the Lok Sabha where we debate the same issues on the same footings and on the same concerns. Sir, we are a council of states. We represent the states. So I would, sir, prefer and I would suggest, but subject to correction by all the seniors here who are much more experienced than me, that when we possibly move into the new house, we look at our role as a council of states more seriously. We may have to look at representing the interests of states. So when I speak of representing the interests of states, I do not speak in terms of a divisive central versus state sphere, sir, because I also understand that the same party which is ruling the central government is in power in majority of the states. So when we speak of state subject, state interests being protected, it is not a divisive debate that I am trying to provoke, sir, but I am trying to say that it can be done in a constructive manner. So one other challenge that may be facing us is, sir, I am taking only 1 more minute, sir. one other challenge that we may have to encounter, sir, with the enlarged space in the new Lok Sabha, there are a few concerns about the South Indian states and the more developed states feeling that will they be, in that sense, outnumbered, because Article 82 gives a protection up till 2026. Would that be balanced in some manner? Sir, I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to debate it, but I think it's a matter of concern which I just wanted to place for the House to consider in due course. Sir, then the last point I want to make, sir, is we are now moving towards a developed nation, sir. We have that 25-year goal. We would want to commend the government and support it fully. As Indians, everyone wants India to be a developed country. But development, sir, in many respects, apart from the material development that we are gaining, sir, I would think that the very fact that we are preserving the constitutional ethos in its fullest form is possibly the greatest tribute to India as a democracy. And sir, the most satisfying thing for me about G20 was India calling itself as a mother of democracy, because that clearly shows the path India wants to take going forward as a democratic country. Sir, I thank you for granting me an opportunity for speaking on such an important occasion.
Sri Rajiv Shukla.